You are gonna want to watch this for a better Silver Surfer than First Steps. Hi, this is Shoutscape Pictures, and this is the review for Fantastic Four: The Rise of the Silver Surfer. Reed and Sue are getting married, and the Fantastic Four is moving up in the world as the true heroes they are. When Silver Surfer hits their world, causing power surges, Earth is threatened by an all-cosmic being, Galactus the Cloud. The Fantastic Four try to figure out how to stop the world from complete annihilation. Y'all better pucker up for this one, cause this is gonna be the next hot take. The music score is solid once again. It moves well within the film, keeping emotional moments high for better impact. In comparison, First Steps music wants to be heard, where this one blends in. But the First Steps theme is kinda lame in my opinion, and cringy. Marvel still sucks with the themes overall. They should just hire Hans Zimmer at this point. The cinematography is still pretty good at a time where films were still shot on film instead of having that ultra clean digital look like Netflix. It makes the CGI mesh well within the film as it doesn't have that clean look, so the CGI doesn't need to be very polished. Silver Surfer looks just as good, if not better, than Shala Butthole in First Steps, and that says a lot. Then Silver Surfer dude, no one looks like him. Homie just looks chiseled as shit, and it's great. When Johnny shows up with the uniforms that are full of endorsements, that actually had me rolling. Homie knows an opportunity when he sees it. Johnny pushes Reed to have a bachelor party, and of course Reed says,
"A bachelor party could be fun. Yes. But no exotic dancers."
Dr. Doomboy is back. More to come with that one. The bachelor party is on, and the chicks love Mr. Fantastic because they want to see him expand his Woody. They look so damn happy in this. They don't care what Reed has to say at all, and I love it. I forgot Raymond Holt was in this movie from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
This bitch? Please.
Reed dancing was hilarious. Again, it makes the world more lived in, and him doing his dance moves and showing off, I thought that was great. At least they brought the fun back, unlike First Steps, which was not a fun film at all. It completely lacks any charm to pull this shit off. Of course, Raymond and Sue intervene, and it looks like Reed is in trouble. Johnny hits up that military chick, given that she has clothes on, gives him a sense of mystery. More women should do that instead of showing everybody their butthole for $3.99. Raymond Boy wants Reed to make a sensor for Silver Surfer dude, and he says nah. Turns out Reed did not turn down the making of the sensor and is just hiding it from Sue. Maybe he's not a complete simp. The blind chick stayed with Ben, so clearly she loves him rock hard. At least Sue questions if she wants to have kids in the limelight, cause that shit can be difficult. Then he gets cold feet thinking about the wedding, and that shit was perfect. Johnny and Ben's relationship is still great, asking how him and the blind chick get it on.
Hate to wake up one morning and find out she was killed in a rock slide.
I'll show you a rock slide.
That was absolute
Perfection.
I love how Johnny cares about Sue's and Reed's wedding day. I think they played it off so well. It just feels so natural. And the one thing is, the acting is very good overall. It's very believable in this film. Cosmic radiation alert goes off. Reed wants to get through the wedding fast. Of course, the wedding goes to shit, and Johnny follows the Silver Surfer dude. One thing I loved is how Norrin Radd is so badass, taking Homie to space and just dropping him off. He was like, bye, bye. Whereas in First Steps, you just had to have Johnny interested in Shala, and there was nothing really there. They didn't make her character that interesting, and she didn't even come off nearly as badass as Silver Surfer dude. Galactus is coming, and Silver Surfer dude is like, here you go, eat up, homie.
Get in my belly.
When Sue wants to talk to Reed, it was just perfect. Squeezing him in a force field like the good old rubber boy he is. At least Sue says they won't live normal lives. Well, of course you won't live normal lives. You got damn powers! Realizing Silver Surfer touching Johnny affected him, Johnny and Sue touch each other and transfer each other's powers. And that shit was hilarious. The transferring of the powers worked very well, and it made me laugh quite a few times. Especially when Reed was like,
You're on fire!
And of course she goes nude. Then Ben touches Johnny and they transfer powers and he looks at himself.
Oh my God!
This movie just had me rolling. The jokes are just so well written in this film. Dr. Doomboy tracks Silver Surfer Dude, attacking him, and then Silver Surfer Dude attacks him and makes him go bye-bye, and he heals up real good. Johnny finds out by eavesdropping that Reed and Sue want to split off and be happy themselves. Johnny and Ben get pissed and then they say they're the
Dynamic duo.
Reed finds out more planets are going bye-bye, turn it off. He finds out where the crater will form in London. Johnny brings up how Reed and Sue are leaving and they get into an argument. Raymond says,
What the hell is wrong with you people?
and that was said perfectly. Working together to save the people, Reed bends much farther than Pedro Pascal in First Steps. Always thought Reed could expand a shit ton, but in First Steps, he's just like a little rubber band. But you Marvel fans keep stroking Marvel Studios and whacking off to them because they can do no wrong. Reed gets furious when Johnny doesn't listen, spoken like a true leader, then pussified Pedro in First Craps. Dr. Doomboy finds out Silver Surfer's powers come from the surfboard. And then Reed tells Raymond off, homie here truly leading the team as well.
I'm so hot for you right now.
Me too.
That's what happens when true leaders lead. Nobody likes masculine ass women. There's a lot more testosterone in this film than whatever the hell we're getting now. Silver Surfer Dude just randomly shows up to Sue's pulse. Sue asks him why he's doing this to the world. Turns out he is not the destroyer, he just selects the damn planets. Reed pulses Silver Surf Dude off his board. Dr. Doomboy gives him the good old shock. Sue was like, who is this chiseled man? Of course the government has to test on Surfer Dude. Sue finds out how Surfer Dude serves Galactus. Him keeping his world safe and finding out that he saved Sue because he reminded him of his love, Shala Butthole. That's some great character motivation. I think I felt more for Norrin and his reasoning. It just made a lot more sense than First Steps, where Johnny the Simp had to figure it all out. Dr. Doomboy makes military guys go bye-bye, turn it off, so he can get the board. Using his pulse to command the board was pretty cool. He then transforms into Dr. Doom Surfer Boy. The way he made Raymond go bye-bye, turn it off was savage as fuck, something First Steps did not do. I don't remember anyone dying in that film in a dark ass way. The Fantastic Four helping the Silver Surfer list dude. I love how Johnny and Ben argue over flying over the Fantastic car, who's gonna fly it. Shit was great. Those two are perfect in this film. In a highly entertaining sequence, Dr. Doom Surfer Boy has too much of an ego and has to show off his new abilities. Surprisingly, the CGI still looks better than a lot of modern day films. Very surprised by that. Dr. Doom Surfer Boy throws a spear at Norrin and Sue gets the old bye-bye, turn it off. I like how First Steps copies a lot from this film, but they obviously didn't have Dr. Doom Surf Boy. One thing is Galactus looks like a cloud, but he's a cosmic force. And I think overall they did it better in First Steps than this. Johnny takes everybody's powers and uses them to beat Dr. Doom Surf Boy. This was really cool and unique, showcasing all their abilities in one being the Puss Slayer. In this one, they seemed to put more of an emphasis on Johnny's story from screw up to true hero, and I think it was very well done. The CGI at the end was not the best overall. It was okay. Johnny gets rid of Dr. Doomboy's board controller and the board falls off, punching him into the sea. So I guess he really went bye-bye, turn it off. After Silver Surfer List Dude gets his board back and becomes Silver Surfer Dude again, Norrin then brings Sue back to life, saying she was right, we do have a choice. I will say they did it better in this film. You actually felt more for Norrin, knowing that he had the power to stop Galactus instead of just hitting him into a damn portal. brutal! Using his power as Silver Surfer Dude, it looks like he creates enough energy to make Galactus go bye-bye, turn it off. Planet saved, yay! I think this film had more impact with Sue's death, as we had another previous film with her. It was well more suited than First Steps, where baby Franklin brings her to life. The Fantastic Four is alive and well, realizing they only have each other and a normal life is not possible at all. Of course, they get married quicker, and Johnny burns a bouquet of flowers before it hits that military chick. And that shit had me rolling on the floor. Overall, this movie is a 7 out of 10. It's charming, and the character motivations are very good. Johnny learns to not be such a dink. Reed learns to care about other things, especially his family. Ben didn't have a whole lot of character development besides getting roasted. And Sue grew to know that life would always be abnormal. The one big negative thing about this was Dr. Doomboy was very underutilized again. He just didn't serve a huge purpose besides being in the way, really. But I still found this film more entertaining than First Craps! I think Marvel Studios got really lazy and had to copy this film in a lot of ways, but it still failed in capturing the charm these older ones have. I'd watch this 100 times over First Steps. That's the review for Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer Dude. If you guys like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me if you got triggered or not. And of course, if you didn't like this video, bye, turn it off!